Hey everyone, welcome to the IBOtoolbox training webinar. I'm Kris Karafotas. I'm going to be your host for the webinar. For those of you that are new to IBO, I want to welcome you to our community. Whether you're just getting started with IBOtoolbox or you're a veteran member, training is critical to your success. Over the next 30 to 45 minutes, I'm going to be going over information on how to utilize all these amazing tools and resources that you have at your fingertips. And I know this platform might seem a little overwhelming at first, but I promise you that if you just continue to attend these webinars and take in a little bit of this at a time, you'll be up to speed before you know it. So today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we do a question and answer session. So here's what I want you guys to do. This is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy doing this. So hit me up with some questions. Put your questions into the chat window, and I will do my best to get them answered for you. Okay, so if this is the first time that you're attending an IBOtoolbox training webinar, what I'm going to go over is an introduction to IBOtoolbox. I'm going to go over the basics. I'm going to show you how to get started with IBO. I'm going to show you how to get helper assistance. I'm also going to show you how to get extended training on IBO, on the platform, on IBOtoolbox and its family of websites. And at the end of the webinar, I'm going to wrap it up and issue you a credit coupon code worth 200 IBO credits that you can use to redeem for advertising on the platform. Now, this credit code is not automatic, so you got to hang out with me for the next 30 to 45 minutes, okay? It's not automatic just by attending the webinar. I'm going to actually give you a credit code. We're going to go to the credit center together, and I'm going to walk you through how to redeem it. So again, just hang out with us for a while and learn something new. I know that, one thing about training is you'll hear me say the same thing over and over again. But sometimes, or usually most of the time, and somebody said something last Wednesday on the webinar, that it takes hearing it over and over again to have it click. And I got to tell you a quick story. I got started in this industry 16 years ago. And back then, the internet wasn't as popular as it is today for network marketing or MLM or whatever. So we did the old conference calls. Okay, so every Saturday morning I got up and I dialed in at 10 o'clock a.m. and listened to the same person talk for 4 years. Okay, but you know what? Every single time I listened to him, I got something. I walked away from that conference call with something valuable. And so I'm very confident that you're going to walk away with something valuable too, even if you've attended these calls or these webinars before. Okay, so I am very passionate about training you guys. It's something that I love to do. When I got started on the internet about 10 years ago, I didn't know anything about the internet, and I was totally on information overload. Have you been there? I bet you have. So what I want to do is I want to shorten that learning curve for you. I want to be that person that you can always feel like you can come to ask the questions and get your answers for you. And we are so lucky to have a site like IBOtoolbox, because IBOtoolbox is the best place on the internet, bar none. And if you're brand new to IBO, by the end of this webinar, you're going to see how powerful this site really is. So fasten your seatbelts. You're in for a wild ride. Okay, so these webinars are held twice weekly. In addition to the Wednesday Q&A at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we also have a Saturday webinar at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So once this webinar is over, I will post a link on the IBOtoolbox wall that you can register. And it's always the same link. It's always going to be IBOURL.com/webinar. But I have to go in and change the link, okay? So you can't go register now for Saturday's webinar, because it's just going to bring you back into this one. So usually about 5-10 minutes after the webinar is over, I will post a link on the IBOtoolbox wall. I also record these webinars for you. So later on, or tomorrow, or next week, or whenever you want to want to, you can go over to IBOtoolbox's YouTube channel and you can view previous webinars. Okay, so stuff is always available to you. You just have to know where to look for it, and that's my job. That's what I'm set out to do. I want to make sure that everybody has all the training that they need to succeed with IBOtoolbox and their given business or their chosen business. So that's the goal here. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you before we get started is, if you have not done so, go over to Facebook and Twitter and follow IBOtoolbox over there on those two platforms. Facebook.com/IBOtoolbox. Twitter.com/IBOtoolbox. Okay, really simple to find. You can also go to IBOtoolbox, scroll all the way down here to the bottom, and there's links for all of IBOtoolbox's social networks: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, which is where all the recorded webinars are at, and we have the news feeder, and we also have network blogs. So you want to definitely make sure to follow IBOtoolbox on all of these networks. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh, okay. So the next thing that I want to tell you is, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm so happy that it's 2016. You don't even know how excited I am about what's in the works for all of us in 2016. So very, very excited. So anyways, like I said, I've been in this industry for 16 years. I've been on the internet for 10 years. I have been here at IBO for over, well, I guess it's been 5 years or a little over 5 years. I've been here with IBOtoolbox since the beginning, okay? But I want to make it very, very clear, I'm not an employee of IBOtoolbox. I am just somebody that loves IBOtoolbox and is very passionate about making sure that you guys get the correct training. So, in addition to doing these webinars and the training and stuff, I am also the IBOtoolbox newsletter editor, and the newsletter gets published every Sunday. Okay, and of course it's got training on it. To get to the newsletter, you can just simply click on newsletter here at IBOtoolbox and it'll take you to the newsletter. I did a special looking back at 2015 this past week, training how to invite new members to IBOtoolbox, webinar information, a description of all the family of websites, credit code. Yes, you get credits for reading the newsletter. And I also have an area that I do information on banners, graphics, and more, because I'm actually a graphic design artist. So I have information on that, and you can leave a comment on the newsletter. And every comment that you leave will give you a nice little backlink, either back to your IBO social profile page or to your Facebook page. So what I would recommend is that you leave a comment in each area, okay? One of the trends that you'll see here with IBOtoolbox is it's going to get you a lot of exposure, okay? So like for instance here under business owner comments, if I were to click on Gomer's IBO social profile link, okay, it's a backlink back to his profile page. So that obviously is really good because your IBO social profile page is actually your public storefront. And then up here we've got our Facebook comments. So obviously any link here would take you to the person's Facebook page. So you get a lot of extra exposure. So definitely stop by the newsletter once a week, read it, get your credits, get some training, and leave some comments so you guys get more exposure. Okay, so, and again, I am a graphic design artist. I have a website called BizOpBanners. I'm having problems talking. BizOpBanners.com. And I have a special product for you IBO members. It's called the IBO Starter Pack. And it's a package that's put together with you in mind, because you get a graphic or a banner design, IBO social customization, splash pages, whatever you want to order, 500 IBO credits directly transferred to your IBOtoolbox account, free setup and activation within IBOtoolbox, and free hosting. Whatever I design for you, I'm going to host for you for free on my servers. You own it. You can use it anywhere on the internet that you like, and you can order as many of these IBO starter packs as you like. Okay, so I've been doing this since 2011 for the IBO members. So I have many members that have been around here at IBO as long as I have, and even some new ones that come back to me and order dozens of these IBO starter packs. So again, you can order as many as you like. Just click here to order your IBO starter pack, and it's actually an order form, and you can choose here from what I have to offer. If you don't see what you're looking for, then definitely shoot me over an email to support@bizopbanners.com, and I will get back to you with pricing, okay? I'm often asked if I will make a special deal or discount. You guys, once you see my prices and you do some research on the internet, you will find that I am extremely reasonably priced in all of my products. Okay, so I can't go down any further. It's just, it's just the way that it is. Okay, so I actually do have a special that's listed on the order page where you purchase a 728 by 90 banner, and you get a free duplicate 468 by 60 banner. Okay, so that's a buy one, get one free. That's as low as I could go. Okay, so, and then lastly, I just want to end with this. I want to tell you guys how you can get extended training on the IBOtoolbox platform and its family of websites. I've launched a site called marketwithkris.com. And at marketwithkris.com, you can just click on this banner here to get to it. There's banners all over IBOtoolbox. If you forget the link or whatever, but this is my site, Market with Kris. So there's a video on there. There's, a little bit more about me, about the site, what I have to offer. There's some testimonials and what's inside. But the biggest reason that I want to show you this is because of IBOtoolbox. This has become the platform for IBOtoolbox training. So what happens is you register for free simply by clicking on this link. Okay, it's free membership, but you have to register because all of the training is inside. Okay, so once you register, you're going to log into the members area, and then you're going to have access to all the IBOtoolbox and rebrandable traffic training, because rebrandable traffic is part of IBOtoolbox. Keep in mind that IBOtoolbox has a family of websites. Okay, we've got IBO Exchange, we've got IBO Lists, we've got IBO Banners, we've got all of that. So this is just 20 lessons here, or 19. There's actually 40 IBOtoolbox and family of websites lessons. Okay, for each lesson that you take, guess what? You're going to earn some IBO credits. So you could earn up to 2,250 IBO credits for watching these video lessons and learning how to use the platform and the family of websites. So pretty slick deal. Okay, so just sign up for free. I also offer some other courses that will help you build whatever business you want or you're building. Okay, Facebook ads, Instagram for business, LinkedIn, blogging, email marketing, list building, you name it, I've got it, and I've got more in store for you in 2016 as far as my site goes. So again, I am very passionate about training you. I know how hard it is being new to this industry, being new to the internet, and so I want to help you lessen that learning curve. So go ahead and set up a free account here at Market with Kris. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier on, when I opened up the webinar doors, tonight is a Q&A session. So if you've just joined us, make sure to hit me up with all your questions. Just put it into the chat bar and we'll get them answered. I do want to spend some time for you new members to get your profile set up. Okay, we're just going to cover steps 1 through 3 tonight. On Saturdays, we'll cover the whole enchilada, okay? And we'll go over not every feature, but we'll go over a lot of the features. So again, tonight I want to focus on the question and answer session. Please do not ask me anything specific to your business. The best place to do that, if you need, a little bit more personalized help or whatever, is to register for free at Market with Kris. I've got a forum over there. You have the ability to contact me directly, and I spend a lot of time over there, so I can help you over there. But I want to be conscientious of everyone's time here because it's all valuable, and I appreciate each and every one of you taking time to come and learn about IBOtoolbox. So we want to stay on track, okay? Not trying to be rude, but we want to stay on track. So keep that in mind with your questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I just want to go over a little bit about what IBOtoolbox is and how it works and so forth, so that for those of you that are new, you understand. IBOtoolbox is a free state-of-the-art marketing platform. It was specifically developed to give internet marketers the ability to promote their products and services on the internet. By using this powerful suite of tools properly, you're going to see short-term and long-term results from your efforts. IBOtoolbox is a constantly growing business building platform, and it protects its members in a safe haven environment for them to operate from. Now, you'd think that a platform of this magnitude would have a monthly cost associated with it, but guess what? IBOtoolbox is completely free. There are no levels, packages, enrollment fees, or anything like that. IBOtoolbox is a 100% free platform that's not going to tell you to upgrade after you join, and all members of IBO have the same exact features and tools regardless of their financial situation. So what does IBOtoolbox do? Well, first of all, it works. There's so many systems and tools out there on the internet that don't work. They're really more about the hype with no return for using them. At IBO, you're not going to find any of that hype and fluff going on. This is a true social network platform or social networking platform that was specifically developed for the independent business owners, hence IBO, independent business owners. This is not like Facebook where you get in trouble for posting links on your news feed or whatever. It's okay to post about your business. This is what the platform was intended to be. At IBO, you're going to find the most targeted audience. IBOtoolbox averages over 300,000 visitors each day, and they're looking for opportunities just like you to make some extra money. They're finding your products and services through the search engines based on the content that you've put into IBO. Your press releases that you've written, your wall posts, your comments, they all get indexed. But it's really important to know who you're marketing to. 96% of that daily traffic is non-member traffic. Okay, so here's how it works. Let's say that you've written a press release and I went to Google and I've entered in search terms that equal what you've written about in your press release. That's how these visitors are finding you, that 96% of that daily traffic. And here's what's really cool. You don't have to be an SEO expert. And if you guys are spending a lot of time trying to figure out SEO, forget about it. You don't have to, because IBOtoolbox does all the heavy lifting for you. So you go and write about what you're passionate about. Maybe it's a business opportunity. Maybe you've gotten great results with the product. Maybe you've earned some money for the first time ever in a business opportunity. Just make sure that it's yours, that you write from the heart. It's not anybody else's. It's your words, no one else's. And then give it some keywords, but make sure that you write about those keywords that you give it. Okay? What I like to do is I like to write the press release, then give it some keywords, because I'm going through and I'm like, well, hey, I'm mentioning how to set up a Facebook ad or, several times, or Facebook advertising. Those should be my keywords if that's what I was writing about, right? So write your press release, give it some keywords. You don't have to stuff it. I've heard so much stuff going on the platform where people are talking about, oh, you got to, put a bunch of keywords. You got to do this, and then you go to the press release and it's got 5,000 keywords on there and you can't find the press release. You guys, just keep it simple. Don't complicate it, because this system works so well. It really, really does, and you will learn how to use it very, very well, and then you'll be going like pinching yourself. Are you sure this is free? I can't believe it, right? Okay, so IBOtoolbox is a community of like-minded internet marketers just like yourself, and it was specifically developed for the internet marketer. Every feature, tool, widget, and app was developed to help you market your business. And the cool thing about IBO is that it allows you to build a business relationship with the other members and your visitors first, getting them to know, like, and trust you. If you've been on these webinars a few times, you know that I say that all the time. In fact, you probably know, or if you don't know, we are in the business of relationship marketing. So it's really key to build those relationships, right? I want you guys to think of IBOtoolbox as our virtual meeting room. I know years ago when I first got started, we used to do meetings in hotels. We did all kinds of things. And you know what? I love getting in front of people and talking to people and meeting new people and all of that. But with the internet now, this is the way to do it in 2016. And IBOtoolbox is riding that wave. And in fact, it's in front of that wave. So hang on, grab your surfboards, and let's go. So anyways, gone are the days of that pushy, join me here type of environment that really no one likes being around. When you offer value first, such as IBOtoolbox, building those relationships, helping other people, always give, 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 without thinking that you want something in return. Because if you do that, then business is always going to flow naturally and the money will start coming, I promise you. But you have to like what you do. You have to be passionate about it. You have to believe in what you do. But IBOtoolbox is the perfect platform for all of us. So really excited to share that with you guys tonight, share how it works, and get your questions answered. So let me take a look-see and see what we got for the questions. All right, first one on the list here. Hang on one second. Okay, where is the press release button? Great question. Okay, so under site navigation, you're going to see all kinds of links here. So the press release button is actually under IBO apps, or you can just click on PR tool. Once you click on PR tool, you can either edit previous press releases, or you can create press releases, or you could just scroll down. You can read a little bit more about, how many words needs to be written, what you get for credits, because you get credits for writing your press releases. And here's where it's at here. Okay. Let's see. The next question is, this one's a long one. Okay. Okay. I listened to your banners making this. Okay. Okay, hang on one second. Let me try and figure out what. Oh, okay. All right. So the question is, I think you've got a question about IBO banners, because the question is, I listened to your banners making the size I need. Do I find that in IBO Club? Okay, or a separate thing to sign up with. It's IBO banners is what it is. So you would go to, if you want to make your own, okay? So if you want to make your own banners, you could go to IBObanners.com, and there's a banner maker here. You get access to a huge banner library. There's over 1,000 banners there, different business opportunities. You can use them as templates, upload them to the banner builder creator, put your team name on it, put your website on it or whatever, or you could make a banner from scratch. Now, if you're asking about the banners that you want me to design for you, then you would go to my IBO social profile page / IBO trainer and just click here where it says click here to order your IBO starter pack. Okay, I'm just kind of answering this real broadly, so if I'm not on the right track, please let me know. And then the next one is, next part of this question is, we have you have your own banner. We promote on IBO profile. It's not showing. Okay, I know why. Okay, so to set up your banner, you went to My Advertising, and since it's running on your IBO social profile page, it was a 468 by 60, correct? Okay, so I'm just going to edit this first one because it's actually for a 468 by 60. Okay, so when you were setting it up, you gave it an ad name, which is a friendly name, which is for your own reference only. Okay, it's just going to show up under ad name here. The website link, you need 2 links, okay? You need a website link and you need a graphic URL. The reason it's not displaying is because you probably have the wrong link in the graphic URL. Okay, so you need a website link. That's pretty simple. Your website link is going to be your affiliate link. It's going to be the target website. It's going to be the website that you want that visitor to go to when they click on your banner. So this banner happens to be for rebrandable traffic. So my link is, I made an IBO URL, so I've got ibourl.net / rebrandable traffic. Okay, the graphic URL is going to end in either a .gif for animated or a .jpg for static or .png for static. Okay, so your graphic URL is going to be, like if it's a company banner that they gave you that you can use to promote, so it would say something like mycompany.com / images or / banner / 468 123 or something like that .gif, it was animated, or .png. Okay, then you need to set the display speed. Real quick lesson about the display speed. It really depends on where you're running the banner. Okay, so if you're running it on your IBO social profile page, you know how many visitors you get, right? If you don't get a lot, it's not going to matter. If you get a bunch, it's still not going to matter, because it's going to, every time it shows, when somebody new goes to your page, it's going to show. So it's going to deduct an impression, okay? So all ads at IBOtoolbox are ran from credits converted to impressions or views, okay? And different size banners are going to take different amounts of impressions. When you go to create a banner, it tells you how many impressions it's going to use for each time it's shown. So I always just leave it at default. But if you want to change it to very slow, or again, and the other factor too is how many people are running a banner. So if you're doing it to run on the main IBO social profile page or on the IBOtoolbox wall down in the middle there, lots of members are going to be running a banner there. So your banner is going to rotate with the other members that have chosen to run a banner there. So it just, again, it depends on how many people are running a banner in that space, how quickly your impressions will be used. Then you want to make sure that you select where you want it displayed. So like for this one, I wanted it displayed on my IBO social profile page, as well as the IBOsocial.com page, okay, the main IBO social hub page. You can check all of them or just one, but you have to check at least one, or else IBOtoolbox will not know where to display your banner. And then once you get done, click on save and you're done. Okay, so we're going to close out the X here, and then when you go to preview it, it should show up. If it doesn't, then again, your links are wrong. If you need help with that, if you've got the whole HTML code, you're going to have to strip it down, okay? And just, you know, look for those two links, like the IBOURL.com or .net /rebrandable traffic, and then your banner, whatever. Which is really where the banner graphics being hosted. Or something like that, okay? So you might have a bunch of gibberish that includes, you know, the brackets, the quotes, the href, you know, that sort of thing, or whatever, okay? All of that needs to be stripped out, and you just need these two links, okay? Alrighty, let's see. Again, you guys, if I don't answer the question, make sure that you know, let me know in the chat here. Okay. Went to Alexa, I know I've got this in the newsletter, and to write a review. Okay, so what you do is you go to alexa.com. The question is that he wanted to write a review on IBOtoolbox. Okay, so if I can remember this right, and let me just, so if we want to go to IBOtoolbox, you got to put it in here, IBOtoolbox.com, find, whoops. Okay, so it should be here somewhere. Site overview, I think you have to click on it. No, wrong. It's been like years since I've done this. Let's see, I can figure this out really quick. I think. Maybe it's further down. You know, okay, come on, Kris. You're smarter than this. You can figure this out. They did change this a little bit here, but I think well, maybe you can't write a review anymore. I don't know. Wait, support, dashboard, home. This won't take me. Nope. I'm stumped. I'll have to investigate that. Figure out. I know it's like right in front of me and I can't see it. Glad you actually brought this up, because if you can't review this, here, let's see. No. Learn more. Let's see. No, I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'll have to find out for you. I have no idea. Okay. Okay, I set up some banner ads and I need to sign up with Club IBO. How do I put my credits on each ad to get it working? I see edit and preview. Okay, back to the ads here. Okay, so you got to make sure that you have credits. So see this green arrow up here? It says that I have 471,000 credits, and then I actually have impressions, 120,923. But if I didn't have credits, I would have to go purchase credits or become part of Club IBO. Credit Center is where you'll find that information. So like your question is, how do I become part of Club IBO? So if you went to Club IBO, you would just simply, Club IBO is a subscription-based program. Here it is right here. Club IBO, and it'll give you a little bit more information here. And I'm a member of Club IBO, but it would say subscribe. So basically you're going to just click on this subscribe button here and subscribe, and then you get 4,000 credits a week. You'll get a code that looks similar to this. This is different for everyone else. You're going to copy it and redeem it here. Okay, so that's how you do that. Or again, you could just go to purchase and you could purchase credits here, any of these packages, and then you would need to convert these impressions or these credits to impressions. So to convert, you simply select the amount that you would convert. Minimum amount is 100. I've got a bunch of credits, so I'll go for 10,000, which converts into 50,000 impressions. Click on convert and go back to the ads here. And again, I already had the green arrows, but now I can go ahead and turn the ad on, okay, because I've got credits converted to impressions. All right, so that's two different ways that you can do that. Now, also, too, you can earn credits, and you can find out more about that at the Credit Center. You're going to get 200 credits tonight for attending. You could convert those to impressions and turn your ad on. Okay. No, you don't put them on each ad to run your ads. It will just, you know, I have a gazillion ads running here. It just automatically, if I can get my, come on, there. Okay, so see, I've got a lot of ads running here, and it's just going to run all these ads until I run out of impressions, and then my ads will shut down. When they shut down, I'm going to have to convert more credits to impressions and turn on all the ads again, okay, just by this turn on, turn off, okay? All right. Okay, all I'm getting is I have been trying for over a week. Trying what? Oh, is this part of the question? Okay. Woo, this is long. Okay. So I've been trying to update and make changes to some of my listing ads over at IBO List or here on, I think you want IBOtoolbox. I've tried several times. Is there a solution? Oh, you're getting, we apologize, something occurred. I'm finding that if you leave this open too long, sometimes it times out. It could be your internet connection. Make sure, I know you know this, make sure that you're using Chrome or Mozilla. If you are using the new Windows 10, that is causing all kinds of problems. So that could be it too. I don't know that I saw this ticket over there. Oh, you know, it says it automatically generates a ticket. That's why I didn't see it. Okay. Let's see. So I don't know if they looked at that or not, but you know, it's got to be a timeout issue. You must be, what I would do is, you know, maybe have your, I don't know, if you're editing them, you can't be spending that much time. I haven't gotten a lot of tickets submitted about that. So that's the only thing that I can think of. Okay, so maybe try some of those suggestions. Okay. Hang on here. Sorry, this box is like so small to try and, there we go. Okay, so is there an option to send your leads to an autoresponder? Yes. What does it say in those emails? You got to write your own emails. And can you add your business URL to these emails? Yes. Okay, so we have the ability to use this platform to build your list. So you can generate leads with this platform. All the leads that you generate are housed under the My Leads section here under Site Navigation. Leads are generated through IBO URLs, through your IBO social profile pages, and through referring members to IBOtoolbox. If you've signed up for Response Magic Autoresponder, which is a third-party app that's hooked up with IBOtoolbox, when you view a lead under the My Leads section, there's a button that will appear that will automatically send that lead to your autoresponder, your Response Magic Autoresponder. There is no option to send it to an Aweber or anything else, okay? It just won't work that way. Let's see, I think 3 years ago, the development team tried that, and it was just, it had to be like, opting in and all of that, and it just wasn't working because when you sign up for IBOtoolbox, it was just too many layers of opting in, and it just wasn't working. And it just, with some of the bigger autoresponders, it just didn't work. I don't know, I'm not good with all that technical stuff. It just didn't work. So what happened was the development team or IBOtoolbox went out and partnered with Response Magic. So if you go to IBO Apps, and you scroll down to this Response Magic Autoresponder system. Now, it's imperative that you sign up for an account through IBOtoolbox to get this all to work correctly. So I've already signed up for an account, but it would say create an account here. So you'd have to use the same email address that you use for IBOtoolbox. So it's all put together. Okay, so you'd create an account and all of that. So when you view a lead in the My Leads section, a button will appear to send that lead to your autoresponder. Just like any other autoresponder, you have to write your letters. Okay, I would, again, going back to offering value, always offer value first. Okay, don't get people on your list just to send them a link and have them buy. You got to build those relationships first. Okay, I'm not saying that you can't send them a link to join your business or whatever, but do it in a way that, again, you're offering value first. Give, then ask for something. Okay, it's just real important that you do it like that, or else you're not going to be able to build your list. Okay. All right, let's see here. Next one is there any policy for posting comments under PRs in the Facebook widget, like posting your URL? No, it's all through Facebook. I mean, because you can go to somebody's press release. Here, I'll give you an example. Your press releases are published out through Facebook, okay? Not on your page, but they're published through network blogs and IBO Social's profile, or not profile page, Facebook page, okay? In the feed is what I'm trying to say. So obviously, if you follow IBO Social over there, then it's going to run on your feed and other members. Anyways, you're going to get a ton of exposure. You know where I'm going with this. So if I go to one of my press releases here, so if I just go to this one and I scroll down, there's no comments on this one. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so if I am on Facebook and I see this press release come through, anybody can make a comment here. So it's actually done, for them being logged into Facebook. So there's really no control over it. But what you can do is, let's say Jack came and he spammed me with his link here. You know, he says something like, you know, blah, 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 come, you know, marketers should join my business, you know, that whatever. I could go, ooh, I don't want that on there. So there's a down arrow right here, just to the right of the menu bar. So just like Facebook, you could hide the comment. You could mark it as spam. You could, you know, ban the user. I mean, they could still come back and still, you know, do that. Or you could report it to Facebook. Okay. But the biggest thing I think is you can hide the comment. Okay, so there's nothing that IBOtoolbox can do. They certainly can't police that, or I should say I can't police that, and I'm not an employee of IBOtoolbox, but I certainly don't have time to go around and check everybody's, you know, press releases and make sure they're not spamming. If I see something, I can do that, but you have the power to take care of that, okay? Let's see here. Let's see, is there a search box? Is there a search box for looking up any PR from any member? Well, you could do this. You could go, you could do a search query. It's like, okay, so first of all, obviously you can go to the search thing here. Let's say you're on my page and you want to see all the press releases that I have. Okay, obviously there's a tab up there, but you might not know that if you're a visitor. So you could put in press releases and click on search. Okay, now, and that brings up all the press releases. Okay, so you could just basically their username, and there is a formula. I had it on the newsletter, and one of the ones, let's see if I can get lucky and just, oh, you know what? I did a press release on that, I think. Where you can actually go to Google and enter in search queries. Let's see how to use. I thought I did. You know what? I'm just on one of these here, just if you go to the newsletter, Michael, and you just, I'm sure it's here in one of these. There's a formula on how to do this. While I'm looking for this, let's multitask here. Let's see if I can do this. One thing that I really want you guys to realize is if you're in network marketing, you really should get a Gmail account. I've had a lot of people that have submitted tickets, and what's happened is their tickets are being answered at the help desk, but they're not receiving that ticket. They're not receiving that answer, and it's because they're using Outlook or Hotmail or something like that. So it's really important that you use Gmail, because here it is. Okay, everything gets through on Gmail. So okay, so to answer your question, if you were to look for press releases, okay, here's actually the search query that you could just go to Google, or you could use the IBOsearch.com. Oops, I'm trying to copy this and just enter in something like this. You would have to know the member's username. Okay, or if you went to Google, let's see what happens, and I'm pretty sure this will work too. Let's just go to Okay, so I'm just going to go. There you go. You could do that too. And I know there's another way that you can, put your queries in here too as well. I think it's query equals, the username or the name and the query press release or IBOtoolbox or something like that. It should pull it all up. But use that IBO search because it's powered by Google. All right, you guys were running out of time. Okay, let me see if I can answer one other really short. Is there a maximum of IBO credits that you can transfer to another associate? Yes. I think you can only do, I think it's either 1,000 at a time. It depends on how many, wait, before I blurt this out, let me just... Okay, so you pull up the member viewer, you click on give credits, and less than 1,000. Okay, so yeah, so you can only do 999 maximum at a time. Okay, but you can do multiples of that, so you can do that 5 times if you want to do that. All right, sorry, but we are out of time and I want to get over there to the profile. Okay, I think I got most of them answered. I went to the very first put in. All right, yeah, there's a couple of, actually there's only one more. Okay, so I'm going to answer this one for my friend Gary. Gary says, how can someone qualify to be an IBO big dog? Well, you got to have a ton of advertising shown. Okay, so you got to have a ton of credits to be a big dog, and you got to have a ton of advertising shown. Okay, so I showed you I have a bunch of banner ads running, and I'm always up here in the big dog list. Okay, and it really just depends on how many ads you're running. So I have a total of a lot of ads, over 50 running. So you got to have a lot running. Okay, and that resets daily at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so new people, new members, we are so glad that you joined us, and now I'm going to give you a 30-second lesson on how to set up your profile. No, not really. It'll be longer than 30 seconds, but I'm going to go through it quickly. Again, this webinar is being recorded. You can go over to YouTube afterwards and watch it or rewatch it or whatever. Go definitely join marketwithkris.com, and I break every single thing down, like each step down in a separate lesson. So to get your profile set up, which is also known as your public storefront, you're going to go to edit profile. When you are new, this is the very first thing that you need to do. It's really important because we want you to be set up, ready to do business. So step 1, and there's only 3 steps that are required for you to set up your profile and earn your 500 advertising credits and your first star. So step 1 is basic information. It's really just telling your prospects or how they're going to locate you or find you. Okay, so your name, your geographic location. If you want to be contacted by your phone or Skype ID, you definitely want to put that in. Your email is always kept private. IBOtoolbox needed that so they could send you a link to confirm your account. Okay, there's some links here or some boxes here where you can put in your rebrandable traffic username, your IBOTube channel, and IBO Gig store. Okay, these are optional, don't have to, to complete your profile. You can learn more about that. You can always come back and do that. Okay, click on save. Step 2 is your profile image. It's really super duper important that you use a real picture of yourself. People join people, okay? They want to know who they're doing business with. They want to know, what their sponsor looks like. They want to know who they're working with. not a logo or a product image, okay? Really important, you guys. Think of it as we're meeting in person. You know, you're going to see my face, I'll see your face. You know, you can't put a logo sign in front of it, okay? Use a picture of you. So you're going to click on Change Profile Image, find a picture of you on your computer, and upload it. Step 3 is your business information. This is where you're going to put your business information. You put your business name, your title, your links to your business opportunity or product link, and a description in the box. Okay, and I need to change that to 2016, so I might as well just do that while we're here, or else I'll forget. Okay, so these all show up on your profile, and it looks like a very professional business listing, okay? There's steps 4 through 9. I'm going to tell you what they are, but I'm not going to go over it. Again, come to Saturday's webinar or watch the lessons at Market with Kris. It'll go over all of this stuff. All of the steps. Step 4 is adding a contributor badge either by purchasing credits, becoming part of Club IBO. Please realize that this site is free for all of us to use, but it's not free to run. Imagine a site of all these bells and whistles is very expensive to keep operating day after day after day, month after month, year after year. Costs thousands of dollars, I am sure. I don't know, but I am sure. I can only imagine because I have some websites, and my websites don't have, you know, a centimeter of what IBOtoolbox has, so I know it's got to be expensive. So anything that we can do by either purchasing credits, becoming part of Club IBO, or by visiting third-party sponsor ads throughout the platform will help keep IBOtoolbox free for all of us members. Click here to add the IBO contributor badge, visit the Credit Center to learn more. Step 5 is customizing your IBO social profile page. Everybody gets the opportunity to customize. If you need help with that, I design those. Be more than happy to help you promote your business with something professional looking. Step 6, business link backlinks. Backlinks maybe to your autoresponder if you want to share that with, you know, your tools and resources with others. You know, you can put a business link backlink up there. Step 7 is adding your social networks. Choose from the drop-down menu and see here. I'm so passionate about training you guys. I'm going through all of this. And that's step 7. Step 8 is adding business videos or videos to your profile. This is where you do it. You can also edit at any time, and this is where you come to edit, okay? And then step 9 is adding Google AdSense, monetizing your IBO social profile page. Okay, so once you complete your profile, whether it's steps 1 through 3 or 1 through 9, you need to return to the dashboard. So do not log out, do not close the tab, go right up here and click on dashboard. That's going to tell IBO that you have completed your profile, and they will transfer over 500 credits. It's automatic, okay? But you have to return to the dashboard. Otherwise, you have to wait until you log in again. And if you've referred someone to IBO, you see they've completed their profile, they've earned that star, but you haven't gotten your referral credits. It's because they didn't know that they had to return to the dashboard. So you need to tell them it's your responsibility. You're their sponsor. Get with them, or tell them to come to a webinar and I'll train them for you. Just make sure that we get them trained, because you guys, it's so important. We could have 100,000 members here at IBO, but if nobody's using it or they don't know how, it's not going to do any one of us any bit of good. So let's go to the profile. We're going to click on this link underneath where it says My IBO Social Profile, and we're going to go over there. We've got picture, our name, our geographic location, our stars, our likes, our comments, our badges, the date that we joined IBO, or in my case, the date that I set up the IBO trainer account. If I wanted my phone number and Skype ID visible, it would be right here. If you fill in your username for rebrandable traffic, you get this nice little widget. If you put in your channel URL for IBOTube, you get a nice little widget that looks like this. Your IBOtoolbox Associator widget is automatically displayed. You don't have to do any steps. Social media sharing section is automatically displayed. Your business links, this is step 6. Business link backlinks right here. Visitor information, you get the monthly or the daily, monthly, and total, your Facebook feed, which is step 7. To get this widget to automatically display, your first Facebook entry needs to be a fan or a like page. RSS feeds to your press releases and wall posts. This is automatic. Your associates listing is automatic. This is your Google AdSense where it will appear. One thing I want to say about this is make sure you've got the right size ad. It needs to be 160 wide by 600 tall, not the other way around. If it's not the right size, it's going to throw everything out of whack. All the formatting out of whack. So make sure you got the right size going in there. Your links or buttons down at the bottom here to your other social networks, your Facebook comments in this area, your community wall post comments here in this area. Again, anyone can click on any of these. They don't need to be a member, and this is where 96% of the daily traffic is going to go to your IBO social profile page, whereas 4% of the daily traffic is going to be member traffic, and they will see it on the dashboard, which is really your back office. So we as members see this here, and that 96% non-member traffic sees it here. Okay, your customization area to run a banner. Highly encourage you to run a banner here. Make sure it's your banner, because if it's not your banner, you're risking giving up this prime real estate to another member, and you could lose a referral of a product sale, plus you could lose a referral to IBOtoolbox, because remember, every ad has 2 links, one to the target website, one to the member's IBO social profile page. We've got a menu bar up here, home's where we're at now, businesses. This is step 3, nice professional listing of all the businesses that you have listed. Looks very professional. Press releases, quick access to your press releases. Videos, the same thing. Learn more. Anyone that fills out their information here becomes a lead for you, housed under the My Leads section at IBOtoolbox under Site Navigation. Search, already showed you how that works, and a link to the main IBO hub. So constantly update this profile page. Make sure your information's up to date. It's your public storefront. Complete all the steps. See the power of IBOtoolbox. Do yourself a favor, complete all the steps. Use it to the max. All right, so let's go over to the main IBO hub real quick, and I just want to show you. Okay, so we've got our featured member of the day, her information that's visible to anyone, that 96% of the information, a link to her profile, her phone number is visible, all of that. 10 most recent press releases, link to the target website, link to the member's IBO social profile page. New members, if you click on their picture, takes you to their IBO social profile page. Listing ads, member listing ads, link to the target website, their picture is a link to their IBO social profile page. 10 most recent videos, link to the target website, link to the member's IBO social profile page. I know I'm talking fast. We are way over time. I'm keeping you after class, but you've all been very good students. Recent social activity. I'm going to refresh this, and we're going to go over to the dashboard, and we're going to refresh this. And, okay, so kind of take a visual of what you see here, okay? And then when we go back over here, it is the same thing, pretty much, minus a post or 2. Okay, so that's how powerful IBOtoolbox is and how you can use it or leverage it to take your business to the next level. So thank you so much for coming to the webinar. Again, I appreciate you guys so very much. It's so important that you get trained, and I know everyone's busy. You want to build your business, but this is important. Just like your network marketing company or affiliate site, you need training to be a success. IBOtoolbox is no different. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Credit Center. We're going to click on Credit Center. Yes, hello, Kris. Credit Center, come on. And redeem coupon. Now, it's going to ask us to visit some third-party sponsored ads, so we'll just go ahead and do that right now. We're going to click on IBO Social. We're going to click up here on this third-party ad up here. We're going to go to the help desk, and we're going to click right here. Okay, this helps keep IBOtoolbox free for all of us. It's one way that we can give back to a community that does so much for us. So we can go ahead and check this box once you've visited a few ads, that you've participated and clicked on a few ads. And the credit coupon code for today's webinar is Get Exposure. Whoops, nice little. Okay. One word, get exposure. Redeem coupon, should say accepted, 200 credits were added. Thank you guys for coming to the webinar. I'll have a link up for Saturday's webinar here in a few minutes. I'll announce that on the wall. Go out and implement what you just learned. Get that profile set up. Get your advertising running. You know how to set up a banner ad now. You know how to convert credits. You know how to transfer credits to your team. Very powerful. You know how to search if you're looking for something. So go out and use what you learned on this webinar, and you are going to be amazed at how successful you're going to be. Okay, have a great Wednesday. Go IBO.